Okay, we ready? Oh. Hey, this is Sune from the Ravonettes.
Hi, this is Sharin, and you're watching StereoZona. We are a duo, Sune and Sharin. Our music is sort of minimal, primal, to the point. It's a combination of diabolic and angelic at the same time. Sweetness and harshness, and darkness and light, and like lots of opposites meet in the Ravonettes. We like to go somewhere and have good food, good wine. Get in good spirits. We like to spend time together, just a band, and not have a lot of other people. Just to be us, to sort of really try and just focus our sort of common energy. We're not the world's biggest entertainers. It's kind of like the music. The music in many ways has to speak for itself, but we've gotten. I think we're better now at sort of trying to have a dialogue with the audience. It's a very intense experience.
Both?
Yeah. What we prefer is having variety, because if you've played like small intimate clubs for a long time, then it's fun to come out and try, the bigger stages. Festivals are a challenge because people have a very short attention span, because there's 10 other bands that you can hear at the same time. It's a good challenge though, because you want to like win over people, with your music. So it can be fun. Well, we're not so fond of playing during the day. The daylight doesn't feel, it doesn't have the right ambience for the Ravonettes music.
Playing a great show.
Yeah, I think that it's all about, the vibe. It's all about that there's some feelings, emotions and energy and technique, not so much. Good lights.
Well, the guitar I'm playing on right now is my favorite. It's a Ventures model Fender Jazzmaster. I think it's a really good guitar. I think it sounds good, and like very simple guitar, and it travels well.
I have a Fender Mustang bass, which is like a short scale bass. I love that. I don't play it really, and it's sitting somewhere in Denmark. I had a Gretsch for a while, a beautiful old Gretsch from the 60s, which I loved, but it got stolen. We had all our equipment stolen.
It's nice to have a variety within the song. It lures people in when they hear something really catchy. It lures people into the song itself, and then once they get in there, they find out that maybe it wasn't so nice after all.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like it's that surprise element, and it's in a way the message becomes more like provocative. It's more like in your face, and takes you by surprise. And I think it can be a way for people to be forced to think about what's actually going on in the song, the words. Well, I mean, we don't think ourselves that we're solely inspired by old music. We combine all the decades of music, we think, and also we think that our music is very modern. We always have a very sort of electronic sound. The words and the vibe is very different from a song from the 50s or the 60s. So I think that, we definitely, have a lot of music that we love from the 50s and the 60s, and stuff that we've been inspired by, like the vocal harmonies from the Everly Brothers were definitely one of the things that when we started out we were talking about that and as an influence, but I don't know. We really don't think of ourselves as a vintage or a retro band at all. I think that all our albums are very different. You know, it's almost like every album is kind of a reaction to the previous one, or we don't like to repeat ourselves, or we want to try out new things, or when you've been in a certain headspace for a while, like Lust, for instance, we toured with that a lot, and then you suddenly get like a need to do something else. So it's in and out of control. I think it's very much a sort of an immediate reaction to that. It's like we want to do something that's like extroverted and fun and sort of sounds like a celebration. So at least the sound and like sonically the album is very upbeat and very bright. But then we have we balance it out with the lyrical content being much darker and much more sort of tragic. It's all about keeping developing and evolving and being excited about our own music and excite ourselves with our music. So that's all.